Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again with another episode of Pack Only Road to Glory. Into episode number 5, and after a very good response in the previous episode, you guys have suggested that we move up to silver. One quick thing of note though, whenever we do go from silver to gold, there is the option of a 30k or 75 FIFA point gold upgrade pack, so that's something to bear in mind for a little bit later on down the road. But Nevertheless is the word I'm trying to get out of my mouth. It is time to buy a silver pack. So let's have a look and see what we get in the first one. And the name that flashes on screen is Caceres. And I thought to myself, surely it's not giving me the Juventus right back in a silver pack, and it didn't. But it is a pretty decent 70 rated Uruguayan left back from Torino. Looks half decent. Also got a striker there, Al Jazani. And also another 65 rated player, a South Korean centre attacking mid. So a couple of decent players in there, and we are going to store everything in the club, not discard them. I was very conscious of what I was doing, trying not to just throw everything away like I did at the end of the last one. But we come into the first game with Division 4, starting with the team that won us Division 5. None of the new silver players are getting a start in this first game, and we come up against this team. What is a team like this doing in Division 4, I thought to myself as the game was loading up. Jesus Navas, Pedro, Di Maria, Pepe, Mascherano, Piqué, Victor Valdez, David Villa, Kaká, Cesc Fabregas. Well, you can clearly see what this guy's plan was as we came into it. Get the ball and run. And that was kind of the recurring theme through the opening few minutes of this particular game. And he kind of made it work to his advantage in the first few minutes whilst I was still... What sort of laser-guided pass was that, by the way? Go back and have a look at that if you want. Ridiculous pass from Pedro to Llorente. And even though he has that amazing team, he still feels the need to tramp me in the 9th minute to go 1-0 up. And then Cesc Fabregas is running around the outside of me again, stands the ball up, and Fernando Llorente heads the ball into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 to him after 12 minutes. But I thought to myself, no, you're too sweaty, you're actually not very good at the game. Clearly, you just need an absolute tanking. So I put my sweatpants on and decided that I was going to absolutely play this guy off the park. We got a goal back just 2 minutes later through Lasilla. Nice, well, actually awful first touch, but a nice finish in the end. Gets there ahead of the defenders, put it into the back of the net. And at half-time it did end 2-1 to him, but we have plenty of possession, as you can see. Still having just as many chances as him. So I was confident going into the second half that we could continue that. And we definitely did. Pushing into the 70th minute then, it is Big Bon with a lovely step inside there. He brought his keeper out. I probably wouldn't have squared it if he hadn't rushed with his keeper. I would have had a shot with Bonfigli, but considering he tramped me and he raced his keeper out, I decided to square it to Barbera, and then that made it 2-2. And then Big Bon in the 87th minute slides the ball underneath Victor Valdez to put us 3-2 in front in the 88th minute. Really towards the end of the game now, just making sure that we got the victory. We then pushed on again. Guillermo having a decent shot from distance. He probably could have stopped that from going for a corner if Alexis Sanchez hadn't pulled up with a pulled calf muscle or a tight hamstring, or whichever one it was. But put Mark Jacobs on the corner because he's the player with the best delivery in this side. And Big Fidelf, or Fidelef, yeah, Fidelef. Weird name. But anyway, he's the only Silvers player in this team at present. In this starting lineup, the one we got in our starter pack, rises up, puts the ball into the back of net with a decent header, similar to his goal with Fernando Llorente actually. Similar kind of header, but we do take a 4-2 win, and that gets us off the mark very nicely in Division 4. Obviously, as you can see, second half was a lot more of the same from as the first. Lots of possession, lots of chances, and a convincing victory in the end. So 3 points and off the mark very nicely in Division 4. And then I slotted in 2 of the 3 new signings. We've got the left back in there, slotting in very nicely. And Al Jazani is going up alongside Big Bonfigli. Couldn't really drop Bonfigli. He's just been an absolute goal scorer for us. And in the second game, we come up against another almost full gold side with a lot of pace in it again. Chikorito, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ramirez, Valencia, some very fast players in that side, and some good footballers as well with Joe Allen and Clint Dempsey, and he does have a JT at the back, but it was Big Bonfigli that got us off the mark really well, cutting inside here, and then a thumping finish in the 57th minute. Lovely finish. 58th minute, I do beg your pardon. But what a finish. Not bad from a bronzer. This Bonfigli lad is absolutely brutal. He's just been scoring goals left, right and centre. That is a great finish. Pepe Reina stood absolutely, yeah, that's the word, stood absolutely no chance with that one. And it took a while for this game to get going, to be completely honest. As you can see, the first highlight was in the 60, or, near enough on the hour mark. But we scored the first goal, and then the floodgates just opened. Whipped the ball in here. Not really too sure why Pepper Reina tried to do that. Probably could have just caught it, but the ball came back in, and Lasilla first time volleys it into the top right-hand corner. And literally just a couple of minutes after we scored the first, we were able to score a second. Quite a nice move there, actually. I was quite impressed with the way this team, you know, even though it was clearly outclassed, not really too sure what he was doing there either, with just running around in circles, but we were able to tackle him at the back. But like I was saying, you know, this team, even though it really isn't the best at all, it still plays quite nice football at times, and we were able to break through here. Again, no idea what he was doing with that defender just sliding in. Al Jazani, on his debut, is able to slot that into the far bottom corner to put us 3-0 up in the 64th minute, and 3 goals in the space of 6 second half minutes really put this game to bed. And then it was into the 75th minute. Played the ball over the top. What's the chest control for my defender? I really genuinely don't think that that is actually possible via the laws of physics. To have the ball come over your left shoulder, chest it down, and have it bounce, you know, up and left. What's that? How? How was the ball bounced that way when he's just trying to cushion it down on his chest? Really don't understand, but never mind. We did go further in front here. Persone coming along down the left-hand side. The left back playing at left mid in this game. I would have gone and had a shot with Persone, tried to take it on, but he slid in front of me and I had no option but to go back down the line. So the only option there really was, by the time I got to the byline, the only option was to cut it back to give it Al Jazani his second goal of the game. And I got a little bit carried away here. He had a big clearance, decided to go for a bit of a run with the goalkeeper, and just got caught out, and Clint Dempsey is going to slot that into the back of the net. Takes his time just to make sure he puts it in, and the game did finish 4-2. But great start to Division 4, has to be said. You know, we're coming up against not decent players, but decent sides, which could at some point result in us becoming unstuck somewhere along the line. But we are safe in Division 4 after those first 2 games, and we need only 7 more points to get promotion to Division 3. So considering we won that game, that gave us enough coins to go out and get another silver pack. Did have 2,800 coins. Obviously the basic silver pack is 2,500. So we'll see who we get in this one, and it was Volts. And when the name first flashed up, I thought, Maurice Volts? Wasn't he the old Fulham wing-back? But I think he's retired now, actually. But that was just what the name brought to my mind. But a couple of decent kits in there, a nice goalkeeper. Volts looks like a half-decent right-back as well, and an Irish centre-mid. So they will slot into the team for the next game in the next episode. We're going to have to play quite a few games to build up the cash to buy another silver pack. So hopefully we can put some sort of run together, raise a bit of cash, and maybe pull a half-decent silver player. It'd be absolutely wonderful, wouldn't it? Or absolutely amazing if we were able to pull like a Maicon Liete or a Danilini or something in a silver pack. But anyway, that is going to wrap this one up, guys. It's going to come to a close. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave the video a like if you could be so kind. There are, of course, links on screen to the previous video in this series, and in the smaller window, a link to a random video from earlier on in the week on this channel. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really do appreciate all the support recently, and bye.